the battles that aren't on stream are just as harsh and chaotic as the ones we've managed to catch glimpses of.
All right, game one going to be going to Battlefield. Actually going to do quite well for both of these teams. As I said previously, you know, the Rosalina and Lumas, they're going to be catching the landings very well, but the same can be said for the red team with Cloud.
The interesting thing here is this is going to be a very dynamic match because the Roses are going to not want to do
Nabster!
Oh my god!
Oh, it's Shaky!
The saves!
It doesn't matter! It doesn't matter!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What is this?
And Nabster making it back as well, taking both stocks from the red team.
Wasn't worth it! Wasn't worth it, Shaky! You can have your stock still!
No, but Shaky was trying to save his teammate being the MVP, and it definitely was looking to pan out, but Nabster seeing blood in the water, seeing that red cap, saying, I'm going to eat that.
I don't know, man. He tried to be the MVP. It looked like he got second in voting.
I mean, this is what this matchup is, though, is we have two Roses, double the gravity threat for Shaky's recovery, but we do also have a Cloud to maybe keep these Loomies at bay. I don't know what it's going to be, though.
Shaky slipping in that backer to take away the stock of Nabster, and now NitN's going to be able to go ahead and recover, catching right back on, and there is limit on deck, so that's one thing to go ahead and highlight as well.
We have ourselves an offstage situation for Shaky.
Nabster?
Nabster?
No! No! Nabster right away!
Disgusting! So, okay, Nabster has a Twitter series. It's the only thing he uses his Twitter for. Is this the post?
This whole game can be the highlight.
He needs to just post this game on his Twitter immediately. Oh my god!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we were saying Nabster lives off stage. It is his domain.
And already
I'm actually weak.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
One of DSS.
Oh no! Is he gonna be 6 for 6?
as well?
Is he getting?
That's it.
And right now, holy crap, the way that ended, Nabster taking 5 stocks by Edgeguard and Shaky having the choice says, I'm good,
is the
goes all the way into the blast zone himself. What?
I'm weak.
Oh my god.
And the immediate switch coming out from DSS, coming in with the Meta Knight now.
Coming in with the bat. Woo. My god. After that, though, I don't even know if the Meta Knight can... I mean, at least he's not going to be gimped as hard, right? He has 5 jumps. He has 5 jumps, right? Surely will be better.
Was NitN even in the match? Like, that just looked like Nabster boss battling both of these guys.
No, NitN was actually helping a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
Doing a lot of support, specifically on the onstage situation to set up for those off stages. And also for that first mega edge guard, NitN was doing half the edge guard lifting. It was Nabster who was doing the actual final strikes, but NitN was controlling a lot of options.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's fine. I like that. So the ladder attempt that DSS was trying to get, he actually had Shaky in there as well. So we had to try to adjust really the hits he was going to not take out his teammate. Oh. And the Meta Knight already paying dividends.
Yes, this is already looking a lot better for the red team. And here we go. Yes, going in deep for that edge guard. And this is exactly what maybe red team should have done for their first game. But this is a best of 5, so you know it's never too late.
Shaky right back off stage again, and Nabster going in deep with that neutral, taking the stock of DSS.
Shaky, meanwhile, retreating to the far end of the stage, wants nothing to do with this double Rosa business, not unless he's got his buddy to help him out.
And DSS keeping them at bay. Has NitN in the ladder yet again? No. Only first couple of those up airs hitting this time.
The one thing I want to point out is when that ladder started, Shaky immediately turned to Nabster and just kept him in a string of forward airs to keep him busy enough so that so that DSS could finish off NitN, but didn't quite come together.
You definitely just want to play that distraction game, and I like that. The aerial from Nabster forcing the air dodge, and NitN just scooping it right up, catching the landing with the up smash.
Back air to up air?
Yes.
That's a combo?
It's a thing.
Wow. Hey, still I'm learning new nestings every day ever since Shaky moved here.
Oh my god, I feel so bad for Nabster right there. He couldn't even get down to the ground and 5 hits if I'm not mistaken there. Nabster going deep, gonna get hit by the draw rush, should be able to go ahead and recover.
And trying to
eventually
catch DSS, but somehow gets spiked himself near the bottom. Still makes it back though.
Oh, DSS trying to go for the cheeky stuff right there. Trying to go for the up throw of Meta Knight. If you have players that are not ready for that, it has outrageous knockback.
Yeah, and especially with Town and City, when you have those platforms above you that high up, this short of a ceiling, it can mean death.
They have Shaky right back off stage. Gonna be able to get a hit? No, Shaky able to just land back onto the stage.
Nabster makes a very high recovery, managing to slip by DSS, but finds himself offstage because, again, he's looking for these edge guards himself. He doesn't take the victory of making it to the ledge against the Meta Knight.
Ooh, it might be the stop. No, he ends up two-framing him, has his jump still. Gonna jump this time around, but he is going to be fine. Up, throw into the shuttle loop. That is going to be the stop.
Now that's some pretty stuff right there. The pizza, and it's the pizza cutter, right? Throwing it right up to Meta Knight, just slice and dice, make it an 8-piece. Really, I'm surprised DSS didn't go with the Meta Knight game 1 immediately. This is looking so much more powerful than
Why
Cloud.
are you even asking?
Guys, I mean,
are you going to go Cloud or are you going to go Meta Knight? There's a Cloud. Let's get some Cloud hype.
I think we had more than enough hype at the expense of Cloud in the first game.
Shout out T-Fly.
Shout out T-Fly, though. Looking at game 3, though, in terms of what Blue Team can do to adjust, I think the number one thing is I think Nabster needs to reel in his edge guarding instinct on DSS. Because a lot of times he actually made it past the recovery, but instead of assisting NitN with the onstage battle that was happening with Shaky, he was so preoccupied with DSS now being stranded offstage, he kept diving back out to try to once again get an edge guard, and that just left NitN more vulnerable in a single situation. Because while Shaky is exploitable, while Ness is very exploitable offstage in the Rosa Ness matchup, he actually doesn't do terribly in the neutral game itself.
I was going to say, additionally, just get rid of Town. You got rid of that one game on tab now.
Yeah.
You have a multitude of stages you can go ahead and pick now. Empty, beautiful stage. You can go ahead and cover the landings of your opponents, and at the same time, you have to just deal with the Meta Knight linearly looking for either dash grab or dash attack. And in no man's land, not going to lose that stock, and Luma coming in the clutch, helping him out.
So that was actually really smart of NitN to save that reversal hit from Luma up until that moment after the shell loop connected, and then using it to take out DSS immediately afterwards.
DSS coming in with the tornado as well. Shaky trying to go with the PK Thunder Tricks, not going to get it.
Finding the back air though, taking out Nabster though, popping up over the ledge, having restrained, not wanting to deal with that 2v1 situation, and instead tries to fortify a better position with NitN, but it doesn't really last long.
Nabster right back on stage, jump up, down air, he has to go ahead and hop right up. Yes, he does lose that stock to his teammate. Unfortunate stuff.
Nabster immediately flies off stage.
Down air?
Down air to footstool, not gonna do it though.
What is happening right now?
Shuttle loops so much, even for Napster's own ability.
Oh, and Luma coming in again, but this time for Nabster.
I feel like Nabster and NitN just linked with each other. It's like, oh yeah, we could do this Luma thing when we get caught in the ladder, right? Let's do that.
We're basically, you know, a puppeteer character. We need to remember this.
Because I think
PK Fire mixtapes, great dash attack and awareness from Shaky, understanding he had to do that to save his teammate.
One of the interesting things too is like these Lumas are actually living for a very long time, even though this is a double situation. Ordinarily, when it's the when it's the Meta Knight, not DSS versus Rosa matchup, like the dash attack that leads into the ladder, it's critical not just because it knocks Rosa up, it knocks Luma off stage. It does both at once, but that hasn't been coming in clutch for DSS so far.
Almost a full rage back throw, taking that stock of Nabster. Shaky. Stop tank this time around.
So far doing a really good job. I mean, he hasn't been sent off stage, right? He's been letting DSS handle all the point situations.
Oh, Shaky!
Oh, Shaky!
I thought he was going to do it to the blast zone. I thought he was going to try to go past that air dodge and go for it all. But that wasn't the case.
Oh my goodness!
Taking so much percent. NitN should be able to go ahead and recover. Getting hit by the PK Fire!
Yeah, but then getting hit by the up air by Nabster, which is actually important. It splits them off to be a low and a high recovery to make them both impossible to cover at the same time.
Smash not going to catch him though.
The up air though, up air for up air. Shaky ends up taking out NitN's second stock.
Air dodging down to the ground. Blue team down by one whole stock. We need to go ahead and try to either take away the stock of DSS or throw Shaky right back off stage. Kind of like what they were doing game 1.
Yeah. Just again, the difference that having a solid recovery on Meta Knight makes. We've seen Nabster go for the most ambitious edge guards yet, and yet even so, he cannot put this bat down. And it makes it back, but just barely. I mean, look at that.
Oh my God! Nabster! And this is exactly what they need to get themselves back into the game. Shaky is off stage, but great interruption from DSS.
That's the thing, though. Look at Nabster's percent 122. He is not long for this world, and we can see the way that Shaky is just keeping his distance. Actually, they're looking for some sort of opening on NitN. Never mind.
Nabster sitting so high, but still trying to go in very deep, and is gonna pay for it on that up smash.
just going to be NitN against the world right now. DSS holding that stage really well. Shaky looking to finish off that Luma. Luma ends up falling, and DSS with that nair at the ledge, covering NitN's recovery.
It is all he needed to go ahead and get him in there, and that is 2-1 in the favor of DSS and Shaky. We're moving on to game 4.
Whew. My goodness, man. They've got to figure, like, they got so much out of their edge guards, but, like, right now, it's just, even with those fantastic attempts on DSS, they did find that one spike near the very end, but, like, that was after, like, significant number of attempts. In terms of your payout to how much you're sinking into that slot machine, not really worth. So I think they have to refocus, regroup, try to find themselves another avenue for victory other than the offstage game. Because so far, yeah, if they can get Shaky off stage and cornered, they can do it. But DSS is always going to be there with all those jumps.
Here we go, game 4, Smashville this time around, and Nabster continuously going deep and a little too deep yet again and losing that stock.
I mean, that's the extent, right? If you want to edge guard Meta Knight, it feels like you have to commit that hard, but then you just die yourself.
Why even edge guard Meta Knight?
Exactly. You edge guarded yourself at that extent.
Congratulations. NitN trying to put up a fight onto DSS as well. And he is doing quite well. The down air into the down smash, and right back off stage. Trying to go for a lot of these back airs too. Shaky right back off stage. DSS trying to help him out. The footstool. Interesting stuff.
And Nabster once again looking for some way to interrupt that shuttle loop. Doesn't come together, but the down air, not enough to send Shaky to the depths either.
This is the third downer that DSS has taken, just not enough to support it to stop.
Yeah. I honestly think... Oh!
Nabster hitting his own teammate!
I think the Team Loomies have decided that the hill they're going to die on is offstage down air. They're fully committed. This is their game plan. This is what the crowd wants to see.
I mean, speaking of down air, Nabster got himself a down air footstool, so beautiful stuff to him.
Yeah. I mean, it did actually end up taking out DSS's stock, but at what cost?
Falling up air coming out from Shaky. And taking away the stop past the Luma into Rosalina.
A nice up tilt, a good anti-air option to keep DSS honest above them.
I mean, after that first game, it's looking like Red Team has just kind of found really what frequency they need to play on. And they are at that level right now. They are in tune with one another. And it is looking rough for the blue team right now. Nabster already losing all of his stocks.
And Nabster immediately jumping into the fray, going in with those down airs once again. Back throw is going to close it out for NitN, and that is just one Rosa once again against the world.
With these up airs.
Happy to go up against 5 stocks. I mean, I think at this point, all that's on Nabster's mind is I want to go out with one more spike in the winner side.
Can I just get on stage? That's actually what's going through his mind right now.
I don't
Forget about a stock.
I don't think
you got a stock. We're good.
He got the edge guard.
All right, you just SD.
Just SD. Nah, man, he wants the next edge guard. He doesn't.
He's going after it.
He's going after it, man.
No.
The man has only one mission, and it's edge guard. That's his only speed.
You know what? I wish everyone thought like Nabster. Edge guards only.
Oh okay, my God.
There's only so many times you can tech or not tech.
Especially when you have that little tiny wall on the Smashville platform that's invisible, but it's impossible to tech against because it's like too small to tech against, but you can still bounce off it. But yeah, I mean, at that point, blue team, the Loomies, they just decided this is how we're gonna go. We got here by down airing. We're gonna go out by down airing. You know, you don't change up your moves before the big dance. Even if you just crippled your first dancing partner with a horrifying 6 stock.
It's okay. Sometimes
you
gotta put your partner in a wheelchair, and sometimes it's not your fault.
Yeah.
Just don't feel bad.
No, not at all. That first game, honestly, that's